Welcome back to Angie Claud Yoga. I'm out enjoying the beautiful day, and so I thought I would bring you to my day and here to practice with me. Let's come to that comfortable spot where we can be still. Find a place of comfort, whether it's sitting as I am in hero's pose. Maybe you're crossing your legs in Sukhasana. Maybe you need to lie down with your knees up or just to lie flat. Whatever's best for you, find that place where you can be comfortable, where you can be still. And just allow yourself to find your breath, to catch your breath, as we say. Truly feel the breath coming in and leaving the body. Feel how the breath rejuvenates and uplifts and brings the body alive as it draws in, and how it relaxes, allows you to let go and relinquish as you breathe out. Allow the breath to be that practice to you, drawing in the things that you need, letting go of the things you do not. Bring awareness to your senses, your sense of touch, as you gently tap your thumb to your pinky, and then your ring finger, your middle finger, and your pointer. Then flow backwards, middle finger, ring finger, your pinky, and back. Noticing that sense of touch. Then bring awareness to your hearing, the sounds of the birds, the movement of the community, maybe sounds around you and your environment. And then your taste. Notice the taste on your tongue, the last thing that you enjoyed eating, tasting. Maybe a smell. Noticing the fresh air, maybe a scent in your room. And last but not least, your sight. Maybe even shapes and colors behind the eyes if your eyes are closed. awakening the eyes, by opening them up and appreciating sight. Allow the face to climb skyward. Stretch through the anterior portion of the neck. Breathe. Now the opposite. Bring the chin down towards the chest. Start to allow the chin to float across the chest from right to left. That half moon sway back and forth. Maybe that feels good. If so, stay there. However, if you can, move in a nice circular fashion, one way several times, and then the other. Allow the chin to stop as it crosses over the left collarbone. Lift the chin up as if gazing over to the left side of your world. Release the chin over to the right, as if gazing to the right here. And then bringing the chin down into the right collarbone. Breathe. Bring your hands to heart center. Set your intention. Maybe it's the intention to fall awake, to notice your senses, to notice and appreciate movement, to just be awake during your practice, feeling alive, feeling free. As things bring your awareness to your senses through your practice, as you catch a scent or your eyes gaze to a certain point, or you hear something in the distance, or you feel the touch of your mat, or the lengthening or strengthening of a muscle, drawing appreciation. Always remember, where appreciation and gratitude and thankfulness reside, there cannot be negativity there at the same time. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let go. Let go of all those things you brought with you today to this practice. Let go. So place your hands on your knees, start to move into trunk rotations, making a nice circle here. Whether it's a small circle or a large circle, you choose, your choice. This is your practice, this is your body. Make it your own. So I'm moving one way several times, and then the other, warming up the spine, warming up the shoulders, improving circulation. Breathe. Nice. Opening the arms up behind you, stretching them out to either side, lifting through the heart here. Feel the lengthening of the torso, feel the drawing back in the abdomen. So a nice taut abdomen here, long torso, long arms. Bring the arms maybe a little further back here. reaching more behind you now. Shoulder blades reaching towards one another, opening up through the chest. Your seated cow. And then coming forward, bending through the back, drawing the navel back, your seated cat here. Let's start to flow here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Let the abdomen flow with you. Exhale, cat. As you inhale, the abdomen expands. Cow. As you exhale, it draws back. Cat. One last time. Inhale, cow. And exhaling, cat. Nice. Now bring your arms out extended to either side. And I want you to turn your palms to the sky. So as you do, I want you to not only feel this in the arms, but in the back. So engage your scapula here. So feel the back. The shoulder blades are reaching towards one another. And then I want you to lift through the arms. And as if climbing a ladder, I want you to lift from the scapula, so from the back. So lift and lift. Again, lift, feel this in the back. And lift. Again, lift and lift. That nice stretch. Maybe you've noticed your knees have tried to come up into the posture. Relax them down. Come back. Lengthening the arms out. Turning once again, palms skyward. Feel the back. And back. Again, lift. Lifting the pinky here. And back. Pressing the thumb away from you as much as you can. Once more, lift the pinky. Really stretching from the bicep all the way down. And back. Nice. Bring the arms down. Find your way to look like a table. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Start to shift the hips back and forth, one way and the other. Breathe. Remember your breath as you come through the practice. Don't leave the breath. Let it flow. Let it guide you. It will help you to flow from one posture to the other. Nice. Now I want you to walk your hands back to your knees. Assuming your hero's pose, bring your arms back behind you. Lift in your gaze if you can, skyward. Nice. Now lift up the right arm and bring it over to the left. Coming into your twist. Maybe wrapping that arm around the back, deepening through that twist. Your hips staying forward. The twist is from the rib cage up. Now the opposite side. Now it's your left arm traveling skyward, coming over to the right. Maybe you're wrapping that arm around, feeling that twist all through the back. Should feel good. And release. Nice. Bring your hands out in front of you. Lean forward enough to curl through your toes. Push into the balls of your feet. Press into your feet. Walk your hands back. Assume your Uttanasana, forward fold. So bend through your legs a little bit if you need to. And then start to press into the feet. And if you can, lengthen through the legs as much as possible. Really allowing that nice stretch down the hamstring, the gluteus all the way down. Your core is tight, your upper body is relaxed. Breathe. Maybe you want to lift one heel and then the other to really stretch through that foot. Notice when you take weight off and lift one foot, how the core tightens. Nice. Take the right foot behind the left. Maybe walk the hands back just a bit. A deeper stretch now. Feeling this a little more in the right leg. Pressing the chest to the upper thigh. Breathe. Release that leg back to marry the left. Same thing on the opposite side now. My left foot comes behind my right. Now it's a little deeper stretch on the left. Walking my hands back. Breathe. And release. Uttanasana. Forward, fold. A slow reverse swan dive brings me up. And my hands marry at heart center. What are you thinking about? Have you lost your breath? Catch your breath if you have. Find your way at the top of your mat. Let's marry the breath with each movement. A vinyasa flow. Inhale up. Exhale down. Uttanasana. Inhale your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale your hands back down. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale your left foot back and your right into your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, flow forward, your plank. Inhale, lift, King Cobra. Exhale, draw back, plank. Inhale, lift, hips, press your heels, pushing into the hands, downward facing dog. Exhale, walk the feet softly and slowly forward. Inhale your slow reverse swan dive. Exhaling your hands to heart center. Did you lose your breath? Catch it, if you will. Let's do that flow again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhaling your hands to your shins. Exhale back down. Inhale your left foot back and your right, down dog. Exhale to your plank. Inhale, lift, King Cobra. Exhale to your plank. Inhaling, lift, down dog. Exhale, stepping forward, Uttanasana. Inhale your slow reverse swan dive. Exhale, your hands to heart center. Nice. Now I want you to stand about with your feet about hip width apart. And I want you to allow the heels to come together, just a bit maybe. Finding a place of comfort there. Remember, nothing should ever feel like pain or strain. So whatever you move into, if it doesn't feel comfortable, modify, move out. So now my feet are turned out just a bit. And I'm going to slowly bend through the knees, pressing the buttocks back and down, and then come back up. Again, bend, and up. Bend, keep the heart lifted, keep the knee on top of the foot, don't lean forward, bend, and down. And when you come down, I want you to tighten through the core. When you come up, I want you to squeeze through the gluteus. Again, down and up. Again, down, tight core, and up. Last one, down and up. Now can you lift up the heels, stretch through the foot. Now come down and back down and up. Again, lift through heels, press down, bend, and up. Lift through heels, come down, bend, and up. Strengthening the legs here. Lift, lower, down, and up. Can we open the legs up? Same thing. Have your heels looking a little towards one another. Your feet are turned out. Come down. Remember, drive with the gluteus. And up. Down. And up. So we remember, we tighten through the core coming down. We squeeze through the gluteus coming up. If you can, try not to come up all the way from your bend. So try to keep a slight bend. Down. And up. Down. And up. Couple more. Down. And up. Last one. Down. Now, if you can lift through your left heel. Down. Bend a little more. Push into that right foot. Down. And up. Tight core going down. Squeeze through the gluteus coming up. Slow and controlled. Down. And up. Couple more. Down. And up. Last one. Down. And up. Opposite side. Lift through the right heel now. Down. Should be feeling this in the inner thigh and the quad. Keep your heart lifted. Can you go a little lower? Are you challenging yourself? Are you going too low? Do you have any knee pain? Remember, be aware. Be aware of your body and how it feels. Down and up. Couple more. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Now we're going to come down and up, and then we're going to bring the left leg behind the right and bend and up. Again, down and up, opposite side. Down and up. I'm dipping with the knee, dipping with the buttocks here in the center, dipping with the knee here on the side. And up. Down and up. Down. Drive with the knee on the side. A few more. Down and up. Down and up. Last one. Down and up and forward. Down and up. Hold here. Now I want you to bring your toes straight on, straight ahead. I want you to bend and up. Then flex your foot and bend. And up. Down, opposite side, flex. Now all your weight obviously on that knee that's bent, on that leg where the knee is bent. So no weight on your heel. Down and up. Down and up. Down. Remember, press your buttocks back and down. Down and up. Don't lean forward. Down and up. But you push that buttocks out behind you. Down. Ooh, heart rate should be coming up a little. Breath pattern should be changing. Down and up. Last one. Coming up right here. And up. Down and up. And down. And up. Nice job. Full body stretch. Hands to heart center. Let's do a sun salutation to greet this beautiful sun, or to thank this beautiful sun for being out for us today. Such a beautiful day. Bring the arms skyward. swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. Press your hands back down. Now I want you to take your left leg, bring your left knee into your chest and extend your leg behind you. I want you to take that right leg and bring that right foot over to the left as you move into your pigeon pose. Always remember in your pigeon pose, if this does not feel comfortable, then all you have to do is release that back leg to the front, lie down, pull that knee in. Same thing. It's just that this has your full body weight on top of that hip, opening that hip up a little more. But remember, we pay attention to the body. What doesn't feel good, we modify. Pigeon pose. I want to make sure I have that little bit of bounce here so that I'm right on top of that hip. And I can walk the hands back, stretching through the chest, bending through the back. Breathe. If I don't like that bend in the back, I can always come forward and I can rest onto my forearms or the whole arm. You choose. Pigeon pose, such a great hip opener. Great to stretch that hip flexor if you've been sitting for any period of time. This is a great posture to assume. Make sure you have your hands underneath your shoulders. As you curl through your back toes, lifting up that leg. First, stretch through that leg. Press that heel away from you. Feel the muscles engage. Then I want you to push from the ball of the foot, bringing that right leg skyward, lifting up into the sky, maybe bending through that leg, and turn the navel to the right, pressing the sole of the foot to the left of your world. So here, my left shoulder softens, and my body turns. So I feel that stretch up the right oblique alongside the abdomen. I'm pressing that left heel down, whether it makes it to the mat or not, it doesn't matter. And then I release that leg back into my three-legged dog, lower that leg down, flow forward into my plank, and lift into my King Cobra. Now I want you to lower to your baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. In your baby Cobra, there's little to no weight in your hands. Your elbows are drawn in, your chest is lifted to comfort. Remember, this is a back strengthener, so if this bothers your back at all, lower the chest. If I release one arm and the other, move right into my locust pose, maybe lifting the legs a bit. The more I lift the legs, the more I engage the back. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your head or neck here. Shavasana, locust pose, a back strengthener once again. Breathe. And release. Bring your hands back under your shoulders to your baby Cobra. I want you to take your left hand and bring it underneath the body. I want you to have your right hand directly underneath your right shoulder as you wrap your left hand around the body. Come down a bit and back up. A tricep push-up. Down a bit and up. Now, if this is too much for you, you can always rest this arm down and not put too much weight in it as you practice here, coming down, bending through the arm. Otherwise, lift that arm up, down, and up. Down and up. Doesn't take too much of these to feel the arm and the tricep. And down and up. Nice job. Lifting on up, coming back, baby Cobra. Again, hands are underneath shoulders, curl through your toes, push to your plank, lift to your down dog. Remember that nice upside down V. The weight is in your hands, your hips are lifted, your heels are pressed. Downward facing dog. Now it's the left leg that climbs skyward. The left knee comes in. The left foot steps forward. Lift and place. Remember, I may not place it into a 90-degree angle. That's okay. Pick up your ankle and make one. Then relax that back leg down. Start to wiggle that left foot now over to the right, finding your pigeon on the left. Again, assume the pigeon that's appropriate for your body. So maybe I like this back bend. Maybe I don't, and I need to ease down. Pigeon. Now curl through your back toes, lengthen through that leg, press the heel away. Making sure your hands are under your shoulders. I want you to lift that left leg up, drive that left leg skyward in your three-legged dog. Now I'm going to bend through that knee and turn the navel to the left as I press the sole of my foot to the right. Now my right shoulder softens. Navel pressing to the left of the room. Feeling that stretch now up the left oblique. Pressing the right heel down. Breathe. Lift that leg back skyward. Lower that leg down. Walking your feet to your hands. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Your slow reverse swan dive brings you skyward. Your hands marry at heart center. What are you thinking about? Moving on to another sun salutation. Have you lost your breath? Do you need to catch it? Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Uttanasana, forward fold. Your hands coming up to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. And your hands traveling back down. Forward fold. Nice. Pick up your right foot. Bring your knee into your chest. Extend your right leg behind you. Runner's lunge. Always making sure you have that 90-degree angle here in your front leg. Go ahead and set the back leg down. Now my right hand marries my left foot. And my left hand comes to my hip and starts to open up through my chest. So stretching that pectoralis minor in the chest here, pushing into the right hand. If this bothers your wrist, you can always make a fist. If you can, raise that arm skyward, palm of the hand facing forward. Breathe. Keep pushing into that left foot. Maybe bring your gaze to your left hand, stretching through the neck a little deeper. Maybe challenging here, curling through your back toes, coming on up. Your revolved twist. Breathe. And release. Back to your lunge. Marry your left foot to your right. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, I want you to flow forward to your plank. Now always remember, in your plank, you can always set your knees down and crisscross through your ankles here in your half plank. Or you can assume your full plank. Hands under shoulders, tilt through your pelvic area, lengthen through your back. Push against the balls of the feet. Press your heels away. Chaturanga down. Ease to your mat slowly or quickly. Lift into your King Cobra. Feel the stretch. Breathe. Curl through toes. Lift to your plank. Back to your down dog. Nice. Now it's your right leg that climbs skyward. Your right knee travels in. Your right foot steps forward. Lift and place. Remember, try not to swing it. Try to step forward. Set the back leg down. Now it's my left hand that sits beside my right foot. My right hand comes behind me to my hip or lower back, or I can raise skyward. Opening up through the right side of the chest now. Breathe. Making sure my left hand is directly underneath my left shoulder, especially if I want to challenge and curl through my back toes and come up. Keep pushing into that right foot. Create tension, build muscle. Breathe. And release. Marry your left foot to your right. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Your slow reverse swan dive. Your hands come to heart center. What are you thinking about? So standing in your mountain pose, making sure that one joint is stacked on top of the other. So shoulders above hips, above knees, above ankles. Remember, just like the rungs of a ladder, we want to have a good form, a good structure. Not just because this looks better, because you're more structurally sound. You're helping the body to move and to function as it should, as it needs to, when you have proper form. So I want you to lift up the left leg. Now remember, we shift as we lift, so we don't lean. The rest of the body stayed exactly the same. All you did was lift up the leg. Then I want you to extend that leg behind you until you feel the gluteus engage. Try not to lean forward. See if you now can start to lean forward, hinging from the creases in your leg, from your hip flexors. Folding forward into your warrior 3, Bhujangasana 3. Very much a balance pose, so if you're on a surface that's not real even, be very careful. Bhujangasana 3. Now let's see if we can be a little more dynamic working here. Come forward with the leg, lift at any height you wish, and then back. Warrior 3. Once again, come forward, lift, and back to Warrior 3. Reach with your fingers, lift back up. Reach the arms behind you. Open up the chest. And back. Bhujangasana 3. Nice. And return to your mountain pose. Same thing again on the opposite side now. Lifting your right leg. Extend the right leg behind you and start to lift. Again, try to not lean forward. So I'm keeping my upper body lifted as I'm lengthening the leg behind me until I engage the gluteus. Nice. Now bring the leg forward, Lift to any height. And back. Once again, come forward. And back. Now start to fold forward. Warrior 3 on the left. See if we can make this more dynamic. Come up, reach back, come forward, reach forward. Very much a balance practice. Come back up, building strength, increasing flexibility. Such a great thing to practice balance every day. So remember, when we practice balance, we're teaching the brain a new norm. The brain likes norms. So we're teaching the brain that it's just as normal to be on one leg as it is two. Now find your way back to mountain pose. Let's find our way to the mat. Arms come skyward, swan dive down. Set one leg down and then the other. Nice. Bring your arms back behind you. Make sure they're underneath your shoulders. As you open your feet wide, so set one foot on one edge of the mat and one on the other. And lift the buttocks up. Press the knees forward as you squeeze and lift the buttocks. And then dip back down. If you can, try not to set the buttocks all the way down to the mat. Try to hover. Lift. Bend. Lift. And bend. If you need to challenge a little more here, when you come back and bend, try to bend through your elbows as well. Tighten through the core. Lift. Lengthen. Bend. Use those triceps in the back of the arm once again. Lift and bend. I just realized we didn't do those tricep push-ups on the opposite side, so don't worry. We'll squeeze them in. One more. Lift and lower. Let's do those now. So we come to the side. Now we're on our right side. And maybe we need to leave this right arm down. Left hand is directly underneath the left shoulder. Maybe we can wrap that around the body as we bend and lift. Bend and lift. Bend and lift. You decide how much you bend. Bend and lift. Couple more. Bend and lift. Last one. Doesn't take many, does it? Bend and lift. Nice. Roll back onto your back. Bring your arms skyward. Bring your feet out in front of you. A nice tall stretch here. Full body stretch. Breathe. Really extending through the arms. Take your right arm out to the right side. Lift through your right leg. Reach for it with your left arm. If you can grab onto your toes, wonderful. If you cannot, wonderful. It doesn't matter. Remember, this is about learning your body. This is about feeling better. We're not competing. Now I want you to release that left arm and I want you to work the leg a bit. So I want you to start to make very small circle. And then start to increase that circle. Make that as slow as you can and as big a circle as you can. Really important for that hip mobility here. Moving that synovial fluid around that joint. Now come in the opposite direction. Big circle here. Notice how you're really having to use the core to press that lower back into the mat. Breathe. Now come back to stillness. Now I want you to allow that right leg to flow out to the right as much as you can, trying to keep your hip bones focused to the sky. Flex through your foot and hold if you can. If you need to help yourself out here and cradle the leg in your arm, do that. But if you can, work against body weight. Put your hand on your abdomen and notice how taut it is. You're really using your core here. And back. Nice. Bend through that knee. Give it a hug. Maybe bringing your nose to your knee. Maybe you're lifting your opposite leg. Same thing now on the opposite side. I'm lifting my left leg. I'm reaching for it with my right arm. Maybe you found that you're able to touch your left leg and you couldn't on the right. And remember, all that means is that you can touch your left leg and you couldn't on the right. You've learned something about yourself. That's not a big deal. But the more you practice, the more flexible you're going to get, the stronger you're going to get. It's all about perseverance. All right, as I let go, I start to make those circles. Small, moving into bigger. Do your best to keep your lower back on the mat. Really use your core here. Slow and sure. Nice big circle, moving one way several times, and then the other. Such a good thing to breeze that ball and socket joint. So much that we do that needs that hip mobility. Nice. Now come back to stillness. Now allow that leg to float out, if you can, by working against body weight, just to hover. Flex through the foot, pushing through the heel, lengthening through the legs. Feel those adductors, your inner thigh really stretch. Nice. Now bring that knee in, give it a hug. Maybe bringing your nose to your knee, maybe lifting your opposite leg, you choose. And now bring both knees in, give them a hug. Hopefully not your last hug today. Rocking back and forth. Giving that nice little massage on your back from the mat. Go ahead and place one foot down and the other. Take your right knee and drop it to your left foot. Stretch through that quadricep. Nice. Now you can stay here. If you want to stretch that quadricep a bit more, you can reach down and grab onto that right foot and pull it back behind you, pressing the knee down. If that bothers your leg at all, don't do it. But this is a deeper stretch through that quadricep. So I'm just bending the foot backwards. A good stretch of the foot, the top of the foot as well. Nice. Release back. And then taking the opposite leg, dropping it to the right. Feeling that stretch. Once again, if it feels good and you're able, you can always grab onto that left foot and pull it back, stretch it through the top of the foot and stretching the quadricep a little more. And then releasing one leg and the other, coming to Shavasana, Yoga Nidra. That deep relaxation. A place where you can just settle and allow your body just to be and just to rest. Allow your body to find rest. Allow your body to find peace. when you're ready. Begin to bring movement back into the body. Notice your senses once again. Roll over onto one side or the other. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, push with the opposite arm. Bring yourself up to the seated position where we all began. Always remember, you're on the same mat. You're in the same environment. You're in the same position. But you are not the same. You're not your past. You don't have to carry that around with you. Remember your senses. Remember how alive they make you feel. Remember how awesome it is to have them. Allow yourself to move forward and enjoy life. We always end our practice with that simple salutation, namaste. It simply means the light and life in me honors and respects the light and life in each of you. Namaste.